We've all heard stories of good people gone astray. Their images splashed on the front page of newspapers and in tabloids. But when good people in your own families go down the wrong path, oftentimes there are no warning signs or anyone to document their every move. The book, Why Good People Do Bad Things, examines the issue of self-sabotage. Best-selling author Debbie Ford joins us live from our San Francisco newsroom to talk a little bit more about it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Debbie, you started out the book with something called the beach ball effect. What does that mean?
Well, it means that all of us have suppressed emotions, things that we've kept beneath the surface of our conscious minds. So if you imagine taking a beach ball and putting it, you're in a pool when you're a kid and you're trying to keep it underwater. At some point when you take your attention off it, that beach ball pops up and hits you in the face. So these old shame, these old issues that we haven't dealt with are really hiding out beneath the surface of our own consciousness. And if we don't deal with them, they will pop up and hit us in the face, and there you have self-sabotage.
So how do people know if they've got issues that are big enough to come up to the surface, so to speak?
Well, I think we all have issues that are big enough to come to the surface. I mean, all we have to do is look at areas of our lives where we're not reaching our potential, where we don't have what we want. If we ask ourselves, why did I say that? Or why did I eat when I want to be on a diet? Or why did I spend when I wanted to save? These are all issues. And if we examine them, most people are scared. They don't want to look. But if we don't look, we can be certain that self-sabotage is on the way. On my website, I actually have a test where people can take a little quiz to see where they are on the self-sabotage scale. I mean, I think we'll all do it at some time in our lives. The issue is, do we want to research it now so we don't do it?
What's interesting, too, is that we live in a society where, so many people follow the self-sabotage of others, i.e. Britney Spears, for example. A lot of people see that downward spiral. They talk about it as well. But you're saying that situation isn't that much different than other people, their own?
No, they're just acting out in huge ways. So it actually gives us a release. That's why it used to be sex cells. Now it's shame cells. We get this release by watching other people express their dark sides. And in the book, I really outline the process, how there's only one person in the world we can't see, right, Laura? It's ourselves. If we have sight, we can see everybody but ourselves. But self-sabotage and watching it in other people allows us to view what's wanting and needing to get healed or let that steam off inside ourselves.
What is the most effective thing that a family member can do to help someone else that they see is self-sabotaging?
Well, I don't want to be self-promoting, but I would say read Why Good People Do Bad Things and help them to understand what's going on inside of them. One of the metaphors I use in the book is that we have this human lava, and if we don't understand that we have human lava and that we need steam vents actually to release the emotion, like we were talking about, we're obsessed with watching other people self-sabotage because really we're trying to figure it out ourselves. So if you're a family member and you start to say, okay, what might be beneath the surface? We sit down with somebody, we get a professional to come in and talk to them, and we start to allow what's underneath to be okay. See, we only hide what's underneath because we're ashamed of it.
But can you help someone if they're not ready to help themselves? I mean, how do you let them see it? Sometimes their eyes aren't open to a situation that maybe is happening to themselves.
Well, I think in Chapter 8, I write about 30 pages on denial, and that's a thing that has us all continue in addiction and repetitive self-sabotaging behaviors and allows us to watch our family members do. So a lot of times we're not straight with our family. We won't say it like it is. We're scared it's going to cause too much of a problem. But I think it's time that we need to take responsibility, even when our family members acting out, that at least we did our part in expressing and showing the costs of one's behavior, because ultimately when families do come together and say, you know what, this is not okay, and we set a strong boundary, all of a sudden people do go for help after that.
And you can help the people that you love. Debbie Ford, we thank you for joining us this morning. The book is Why Good People Do Bad Things.
Thank you so much.
Good vibes about working out.